Okay. Hi, Jasmine.
Hi.
We are starting our post-assessment sessions. We're going to do three of them. We're going to start with the first one, post-assessment one. I will present you with two topics, and then you will give a 3-minute speech about one of those topics. Your topic choices are your favorite vacation or your favorite birthday.
I will do my favorite vacation.
Okay. You will have 3 minutes to prepare your speech. I will provide a 5-second countdown, and when I say start, you can begin prep time. I will start your 3-minute timer to prepare. When you are finished with preparation, please state, I am finished. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay. Let me get my timer going. Okay. You may begin to prepare in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. You have 1 minute left.
Okay. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, you will now have 3 minutes to deliver your speech. I will give you a 1 minute remaining warning by holding up a white note card. When you have reached 3 minutes, I will hold up a red note card to conclude your speech. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay, beginning post assessment, session one. You may begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start.
I would say one of my favorite vacations was when I was a sophomore in high school. My mom and I took a trip over to San Diego just as a mother-daughter trip, which was really fun. And it was just a very nice, special time just for she and I just to get out and do something fun. So we traveled over to San Diego through, I think it was Frontier Airlines, and it was probably one of my favorite like airlines to travel through. I just remember just being like younger, and they had like all these special little design boxes, and they had like free movies. This was a longer flight from Indiana over to California, but I really enjoyed it. And I always remember looking out, and there's like little animals that are sitting on the wings of the plane. It was just a really fun time. So once we landed, we had a small layover. I think it was in Colorado, maybe. Yes, and I remember the airport. I can't remember which airport it is, but it's like made out of tents, kind of. It was just really cool and interesting, just the architecture of that. Just to say, like I've been there, even though it was just traveling really quickly from plane to plane. But once we were in San Diego, we had a really nice like resort hotel, and they just had these beautiful flowers, and you would see the birds when you woke up in the morning. But I wasn't really up that early because the time difference from the Indiana to California is very different. So the first couple of days of the trip, we were just kind of catching up and realizing that we had to get our sleep schedules adjusted. But I remember we went to like a pier. It was like some type of amusement park, and it was really cool just to see all the lights and all the people out. And they had these like potato things on this large stick, and they were like fried in different flavors, and that was really delicious. We also went to, I believe it was SeaWorld over in San Diego, and it was really fun because we had been to SeaWorld when I was younger, but I wasn't really old enough to remember it. But we were able to go around, look at all the animals, and I actually got to go swimming with dolphins, and I absolutely love dolphins. I always have all these dolphin decorations in my room when I was younger, and I had the opportunity to actually swim with them. It was really awkward in this little tight little swim bodysuit out there in the San Diego heat, and I actually got to like swim with the dolphins, have them come up and hug and feed them. And that was just really fun. And then we also got to go to an authentic Mexican restaurant. They had like a mariachi band playing around. And that was really cool. But back then I wasn't as venturous with my food palette. So I think most of the things I ate were just chips and salsa. But if I could go back, I would definitely try so much more because now that I think about it, it just all sounds amazing. I think we went on a little cruise, a little like small little ferry boat, which was kind of frightening because I have a large fear of birds. And there are all these birds flying around the boat, and I'm just huddled in a corner trying to hide. And my mom's like embarrassed. But it was really just a great time, and that's the end of my speech.
Very good. Thank you. Good job. Okay. Little timeout right there. Did you get breaks or anything like that? You just keep going, right?
Yeah, I just kept going.
Okay, cool. Okay. We are now. I am now going to present you with two topics for our post-assessment number 2. You will have 3 minutes to give a 3-minute speech on one of those topics. Your topic choices are my first job and if I could live anywhere.
I'll do my first job.
Okay. I will start your 3-minute timer to prepare. When you are finished with preparation, please state I am finished. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay. You may begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. You will now have 3 minutes to deliver your speech. I will give you a 1-minute remaining warning holding up a white note card. When you have reached 3 minutes, I will hold up a red note card to conclude your speech. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay. You may begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start.
My first job was at a senior living community called Friends Fellowship Community back in my hometown. It was basically like a high class nursing home for like the wealthy within the community. I started there when I was about 16. So that's after I had gotten my license. I'm a little bit more independent. So now I had to start working to actually have the funds for driving and getting gas and things like that. So I worked in the dietary department. And so we had this really kind of is a very like 5-star type of environment. So our uniform, we had to wear black pants, we had to wear a white button-up shirt with like little black buttons on it. And at first we had to wear ties, but then they switched us over to bow ties. We had to have like apron, and it was just kind of like very like 5-star. So we had to learn which side, like which forks go with what, and how to set up the table placement. And we had to fold the napkins, like sit up right, and how to place the water glass, how to properly fill the water glasses. Like you don't fill the water glasses on the table, you have to pick them up, and you have to give the food on the right and take it from the left, and just being very courteous and making sure that they were getting that 5-star treatment within there. So it was kind of hard learning about that. And it was kind of useful now, kind of learning about how, like, what is it called? Just like the courtesy and the manners that you should have within that type of environment. So it was really kind of interesting to learn. So I worked in where the upstairs part, which was more of the independent seniors. So they were able to get around for themselves pretty much by themselves. So that was pretty nice. So each night they would have a menu, which would change daily. And it would have like the dinner specials, and then you would have like your specialized dessert. But they also had other items that the residents could order anytime. So when I first started, we were giving a large packet of all the residents, and we had to memorize the residents' faces and the residents' names. And sometimes there were family members, and you had to get like who was Mrs. or Ms. and how to get that kind of confusing was a little difficult learning all those names within a short time. So one thing I remember is we used to have to cater all these different parties that families would have, especially around the holidays, and it'd be everyone's family kind of coming in. So that was extra special if you got chosen to be a waiter at these events. And I was carrying our big tub of like our fine glassware that we use especially for parties. And I dropped the whole thing, and the whole thing shattered. And I was a nervous wreck. So I was like, okay, this is like very expensive. And I just crashed a whole like 16 of them. So that was very nerve-wracking. But everything was fine, and I continued working there in and out of college until about my junior year. And I truly enjoyed it. It was my favorite residence. Thank you.
Very nice. Good job. Okay. Very good. Okay, we're now going to do our post-assessment session number 3. So I will present you with 2 topics, and then you'll have a 3-minute, to give a 3-minute speech about one of those topics. Your topic choices are my dream vacation or if I won the lottery.
Okay. I will do my dream vacation.
Okay. I will start your 3-minute timer to prepare. When you are finished with preparation, please state I am finished. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay. You can begin to prepare in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. You will now have 3 minutes to deliver your speech. I will give you a 1-minute remaining warning by holding up the white note card. When you have reached 3 minutes, I will hold up a red note card to conclude your speech. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay. You may begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start.
I actually think about my dream vacation a lot. Just last night was looking up flight tickets to go to Paris or to go to London, just as a nice little trip to get away and seeing how possible that would be. But one thing I really would like to go is I would like to go to Santorini, Greece. I don't know a lot about the culture about Santorini. That's something that I'd be really interested in learning. I've just seen the beautiful scenery that Santorini has and the different varieties of culture that you can partake in, from their food to like their religious aspects to their daily traditions that they partake in their daily life. It all just seems something that I would love to take part of. I've been able to see it within movies, and I've had several friends that have done study abroads there, and it just seems like it's a wonderful time and experience just to have and just to say you've been there. There's actually a group that I'm a part of that is planning a trip to go next winter. So hopefully my dream vacation may be able to come possible next year, because that would be an awesome thing just to say that I've done and just add it to my travel history. Another place I'd really like to go would be Africa. I would probably want to go to South Africa. One study my friend kind of found was she found a group of individuals who went and they gave ABA services over to a small community over in Africa, which was really interesting, over a couple of months. I think that would be something really awesome, just taking something that I love to do and spreading along to somewhere else while still being able to learn about another culture, about another way of life, and see how what I do here kind of can apply over there and what things I can pick up to bring back here. Another thing I would love to do is just experience that culture firsthand. I've had a lot of friends that have been able to go, and it just seems like an amazing journey personally, and it would be just really awesome thing to experience, to be able to go on a safari, visit the villages, and just have that hands-on experience of experiencing someplace new, someplace that you haven't been before, and just kind of bring back those things that you learned back here. Another place I really like is just kind of go to an island by myself, like Aruba or somewhere, and just lay on the beach in the sand, or just have a little cruise on a little boat and just float around the island. Maybe go see like some turtles or some flamingos or something that I don't really get to see in Indiana, and just have a nice time to relax in the sun. One thing that I like to do is just sit in the sun and just soak up the rays. I feel like you just feel happier in that excess energy. But I think it would be just something really fun just to go, just really kind of get out of America, go some across the seas and experience something new and see what else is out there in the world, whether that's Santorini, Africa, or maybe just going to a private island. It'd be something that I would really like to enjoy.
Very good. And this concludes our post-assessment sessions for Yasmeen. Good job.
Thank you.
I kind of try to do the data collection, and I think I've only heard like one on this one, 3 on the last one, and I didn't catch any on the first one.
Okay.
So, post-awareness training works great on you.
Good. I feel like this is like, when you're writing an essay and then like you're getting to the word count, but you're like, I don't know what else to say, so you're just adding words in.
Yes.
Like, okay. That's right here.
I start getting nervous. I'm not even one doing it, but I start getting nervous just thinking about you doing it. Calm down. You're the PI. You don't have to do anything right now. I get so nervous with public speaking.
I was like, But hey, we're done.
Yes. Hey, quick question.
Yes.
Well, actually, there's 2. I want you to give me that contact of your person in South Africa for ABA services. That sounds really good.
Yeah. Let me ask her, and I'll pass it along to you.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
They won.
Yeah, she did. Like, one was like, I think maybe it was 3 or 5 months kind of program that they did. And then the other one was kind of just like over the summer. Maybe it was like 2 weeks that they had experience. But yeah, I was like, that sounds really cool, because I've never thought about doing that in that kind of capacity. Mm-hmm. But that would be just awesome.
Yeah, I remember Here at
traveling
the
too. You love while you're traveling.
Yeah, no, that sounds really awesome because I've done some of the stuff here, very little, just through the masters at the orphanage, but just love to hear what other people are doing in other places. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
So, question on IOA. That way we brainstorm and maybe you can add that to the last message or whatever you think. How many IOAs are we doing? Like, what percentage of our sessions are we doing IOA and treatment fidelity on?
Let me check the project protocol. Does it say in there?
I don't think so. Well, you check the protocol and then I'll check the actual study. And then
Okay.
I'll do it really quick.
Oh, we could probably end the live too if you wanted to.
What?
I just want to end the live too.
Thank you.